Welcome back, y'all. This is day 4 of the 11K in 30 days. Apparently today I have a co-host, Zeus, because he does not seem to want to get out of the camera, which is unusual because he typically does not like having a camera on him. He doesn't like taking photos or any of that. But today he is showing up to co-pilot this episode. All right, so day 4. Did you come back? Welcome back. Okay, so today we're talking about, well, I should say I'm talking about the roadblocks. What were some of the things, or what may be some of the things that are keeping you from moving forward and living your best life and having financial freedom. So I came up with a list because there are quite a few things. The first thing, can you figure out what the first thing might be? Yeah. That FEAR word, that false evidence appearing real, fear. And being fearful is absolutely normal because by nature, human beings are fearful of what they do not know, the unknown, the unseen, right? You don't know what may lie on the other side. And so you might be afraid to move forward. Okay, he got out of my, thank you. You might be afraid to move forward because you don't know what the future is going to hold. And, I understand that. But if we don't try, we'll never know, right? If you don't face your fear and just move forward, you'll never know what's going to be on the other side of that beautiful rainbow. You'll never figure it out. You'll never see it. You'll never know it because you were too afraid to try, whether it's this or it's anything else in life. Going for that prime time job that you've always wanted, requesting that promotion that you know that you deserve, maybe packing up and moving to another city or another country. You'll never know unless you try. So regardless of what it is, I want you to always, always put yourself first and at least try, because the only thing that will absolutely cement your failure is not trying. Okay? So the first thing is just to face the fear and try. Number 2, what if my friends and my family find out what I'm doing and they judge me? Well, child, who cares? Who cares what your friends and family think? I'm going to say it. I say it every video. Somehow it just seems to come up. We come here to do 4 things on this planet: live, love, learn, and grow. You have to learn. And in order to grow, you have to learn something, right? So we have to do things that are different. We have to not be afraid to step outside of our comfort zone. And you don't concern yourself with how other people view you, because this is your journey. It's not your mom's journey. It's not your dad's journey. It's not the journey of your siblings or your best friend or your coworkers or your boss. It's your journey. And if you've gotten to a point in your life right now where you're asking, is this all there is? Am I going to spend the rest of my life just grinding, doing this 9 to 5, putting in 10, 15 hours of overtime every week, or worse yet, getting a second job trying to make ends meet? Is this all that life is going to be about for me? And the absolute answer to that question is no. Only if you allow it. We have to be willing to step outside of our comfort zone and not concern ourselves with how other people view us. How many people do you really know in your life that you interact with on a daily basis? 5, 10? You're going to prevent yourself from learning and growing and living your best life because of what 5 or 10 people might think about you? What about the other 8 billion people out there in the world that want to see you? That when you show up, you're speaking to someone that needs to hear your story and needs to understand your perspective. Always keep that in mind. It's not about the people that you know. It's about the people that you don't. Okay? Number 3. What if I fail? What if I try and I fail? I don't believe in that, because if you are committed to improving your financial circumstances, okay, If you show up with consistency and you tell your story and you show people, your audience, whoever your audience may be, whether it's women, whether it's single mothers, whether it's, men doing it alone, whether it's widowers, whether it's a family that's just trying to, whoever your audience is, if you show up consistently every day and you're repeating the same thing over, because people have to hear things over and over and over again before it finally clicks, right? If you show up with consistency every day and you're transparent and you share your story, I don't believe in failure. Someone out there in the ether is going to see you. You're going to find your audience, okay? And you're going to connect with them. And you're going to be talking and they're going to be saying, wow, I see myself in them. If they can do it, then yeah, maybe I can. So yes, you will find your audience, and I would not fear failure. You won't have failure. If you're consistent and you're committed, success will come. It may not come overnight, but it will come in time. And as success comes, that success will begin to compound because you'll reach more and more people. That's why I love YouTube, because unlike other platforms where you have stories and they're up for 24 hours and then they dissipate, or you do a short and it's there, but it may not be pushed out. When you're on YouTube and when the algorithm figures out who you are and who your audience is, they will continue to push your videos, whether shorts or long form, out to those people. And what you create today stays on your channel. You might have, 5 or 10 views from that video. But a year from now, that same video that only had 5 or 10 views, that video might have, oh my God, you might have hundreds or thousands of views. More people that you're reaching with your message, right? So that's why it's so important that we stay focused and we stay consistent. Here is one of my favorites. I'm too old to do this. I'll be damned. No, you're not. You're not too old. That's just taking you back to number one, the fear, right? You're not too old. I've gone on social media and seen women and men in their late 60s, 70s, and even 80s with platforms that are blowing up right now because their message is consistent and they found their audience and they're speaking to them. So my message to you is that you don't have to suffer. You don't have to struggle financially. That there are ways that you can do what? You can build income for yourself online. That's my message. Your message might be the same thing, but just with a different viewpoint. So you're never too old. The older you are, the more experience that you have. The older you are, the more wisdom that you have. The older you are, the more years you've spent on this planet figuring out things, observing, coming to conclusions, learning, growing. That is information that I absolutely promise you is monetizable. Is monetizable a word? If not, it is now. You can monetize that. You're never too old. The older you are, the more that you have to give back. The older you are, the more experience you have, the more life lessons you've learned, the more skill sets you have to share with other people. You're never too old. Your age is and will always be your advantage. Remember that. I'm not tech savvy. Well, guess what? I'm not tech savvy either. You learn, right? So when I started my channel, I had an old phone. I had an iPhone 12 Pro Max. That's how old my phone is. And I just started making videos with that, on my channel. I just started using that iPhone 12 Max. That's what I use. And, I am in Panama now, so I have a Panamanian phone. I wasn't putting out money like that. I got a cheap Android phone. I've done some videos on that phone. The picture is not nearly as good as it was for the iPhone 12, but even the iPhone 12 had limitations. So over time, over the course of a few months, I decided, I'm going to go ahead and invest in a new camera. So I got a new camera. I have the Osmo Pocket 4 right now, the Pro Content Creator Pro package, and it's working just fine for me. It's not hard. I'm figuring it out. I'm learning something new every day, and it's all good. You don't have to be tech savvy, and you certainly, for sharing information and for the program that I use to share content and to tell you about this great way that you can earn income, you don't need to be tech savvy. All you need is a phone and your story. If you decide to upgrade after that, you can do that. But you can do this on a phone. I did it on a phone for months. Just a phone and a little tripod, and I just talked. I talked about what I'm doing. I talked about how I've decided to, not work a 9 to 5 and to build a business for myself online, because I've seen so many people, young people way older than me, being successful at doing this, and I can do it too. So I did it with just a phone. You don't have to be tech savvy. And when it comes to the actual program, the system with Legacy Builders, everything is already pre-built for you. There is nothing that you have to do. Your website is going to be built for you. Your funnel is going to be built for you. Your email automation, all of that is built for you. You're investing in a program and a system that is basically a business in a box. There's nothing that you're going to have to do. Everything is done for you. And if you have questions or you come across things and you're not quite sure which way to go, you have a community over 60,000 people strong that are there to help you. You have a tech support that does tech support calls actually twice a week, I believe on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you're having any tech support issues, they are there for you. I've gone into calls and they've walked people through, so-and-so, can I get permission to access you? Okay, I'm going to walk you through, and they show you right there how to do things. It's good to go to those calls because you can see things or learn information that maybe it's not something that you're coming across now, but you never know. Something might happen in the future. Oh, wait a minute. I remember on that call they did such and such and so and so. And they keep all of that stuff on the platform. So you can go back and you can access previous calls. For tech support, you can go back and you can access other calls that you might have missed. Michelle O'Neill does calls several times a week. Those calls are right there. So you always have access to go back and see information that you might have missed. So there is no reason to worry about, I'm not tech savvy. You don't need to be tech savvy. The only thing that you need to be able to do is to have a camera and a story. And to that end, there are plenty of people that do this on a faceless channel. And you can do that too. You don't have to show your face. I don't have a problem with it personally, but I think it's good for building a brand for people to know who you are, if that's what you're trying to do. But if you want to have a faceless channel, you can do that too. You don't have to show your face, and you don't have to be tech savvy. So don't let that be a hindrance to you building financial freedom and wealth. Here's the last biggest thing that I've come across is, it sounds great, but I really don't know how or where to start. Ding, ding, ding. That's why I'm here. So there is a link in the description box, the first link that you'll see. Click on that link. It's going to take you to a quick video that will give you more information directly from the horse's mouth, Michelle O'Neill, who created this program, and why it is so powerful. You will learn everything that you need to know there. People... And I have had people ask me, well, what does it entail? How much is it? Is it going to cost me something? If you are trying to build a business, I don't care if you're doing a mom and pop shop or you're selling ices on the side of the road. Don't you have to invest something? You have to invest in your product, right? You have to invest in the ice, and you have to invest in the cups and spoons, and you have to invest in the flavoring. You have to put something out up front. This question always just amazes me. Like, people think that they're going to get something for free all the time. You will get lots of freebies. Yeah. This video is free. It's going to take you about maybe 10 or 15 minutes to view. But we'll sit and scroll on our phones all day long looking at silly stuff, but we won't invest 10 or 15 minutes into our own financial futures. And that's the sad part, because I know that some of you may see this video and you will not do anything with it. You'll sit and think, oh, it's a scam. It's just another person. And I thought the same thing. And I've spoken about it in my previous videos, how I sat on the information for 8 months before I even pulled the trigger. The information kept coming up in my feed. Every day I would come on, I would see this woman. She's in my feed. She's talking about how I can have financial freedom, and how I can have my online business. And I thought, you know what? It sounds a little bit too good to be true. And even if it is true, it sounds like it's going to be a lot of work. And are you going to have to put some work in? Yeah, because your responsibility, what you're going to have to give to this process is showing up with your phone, your camera, whatever, and your story, and talking to people just like I'm talking to you right now. That's the investment into the program, that you're investing in yourself. You're showing people that here is a system that I can learn, right, these fabulous skill sets that will allow me to create content online, that will allow me to create money for myself, where I can eventually leave my 9-to-5 if I have one, or I can enormously be able to earn more income and more money while I'm retired. These are all things that you need to, or at least I felt that I needed to look at, because in looking at, my financial situation, it wasn't dire, but it wasn't the best it could be either. I don't want to have to worry about money. My goal was, I'm going to be a millionaire. Yeah, I am. One day I will be. I believe that. I believe it. And the reason why I know it's going to happen is because I believe it. You have to believe that you have the ability to achieve anything and everything in life that you want. And if you don't believe that, then no, it's not going to work, because you have to have love enough for yourself to know that the spark that was placed in you when you were born into this world is the same spark that allows you to achieve whatever it is in life that you want, whatever level of greatness you want to attain, whether you want to live a robust life out in public, or if you just want to live a soft life. You can do it, and you can be financially free. The whole point in having money is not out of greed. It's not to be greedy and just to have everything that you want, but it's to provide you the freedom to be able to live the life that you want, where you don't have to worry about finances. I want to wake up every morning and I don't want to have to worry about my bank account. If I want to go out and I want to take a little excursion with Zoo, or I want to, go away for a week and I want to, explore another part of Panama or explore Costa Rica or whatever it is that I might want to do, I want to be able to do that. I don't want to have to worry about, well, let me see what's in my bank account. I don't want to have financial worries. That's what financial freedom is. It's not necessarily being a multi-millionaire or a billionaire, but it's having the finances, having enough funds so that you can do the things in life that you want to do without having to worry about, can I make it? Do I have to, rob Peter to pay Paul to do this? That's what we shouldn't have to do. If you have desires and dreams, you should be able to pursue those freely without having to worry about money. And that's what Legacy Builders provides. It provides you freedom. It does it in a certain way by allowing you to sell the program to others that are looking for the same financial freedom and benefit, but also by teaching you the skill sets that you can use, that if you want to build a business for yourself online, if you want to provide or offer services based upon what you have learned and the skill sets that you have up here that you want to share with other people, it teaches you how to do that. So you can scale this to be as large and as grand as you want. Some people just sell the program and that's all that they do. And you can do that too. But if you're looking to build a business around the knowledge that you have acquired over a lifetime, the experiences that you have acquired over a lifetime, and the skill sets that you have acquired from different careers over a lifetime, and you want to be able to share that or package that with other people, this is the system that can help you flawlessly do that. There is something powerful about being able to create something here just one time and then put it out in the ether and share it with the world, and know that when people come across it, if they see value in it, that they can purchase it directly from you. There's power in that. That is powerful. Being able just to create and put out, and people will pay you for your knowledge. They'll pay you for your experience. They'll pay you for your skill sets. I've done the same thing. When I moved to Panama, I was like, okay, I'm here. What am I going to do now? And I decided that, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create this digital guide for people that are looking to leave the U.S. Maybe they don't know how to go about doing it. Maybe they don't know what steps that they should take, or whatever the case may be. So, that's what I did. And so I created a guide. It's in the description below if you're interested, on how you can quickly leave the U.S. It's my 120-day emergency exit relocation guide, because I did it in 4 months, in 120 days. And I packed up and I sold and I put in storage, and, I put my house on the market. I had to get Zeus situated with all the shots that he needed and everything to be imported into another country. I did all of it. And so once I got here, I recreated everything that I did and I put it into a guide to be able to help other people, women that are trying to do the same thing. So that's just an example of one of the things that you can learn, and one of the skill sets that you can put into place where you can create your own digital products and you can sell them. That's just one thing that they talk about. They show you how to use affiliate marketing and how you can create income from affiliate marketing. Once you invest into the program and into the system, you're invested for a lifetime. So as new information comes out, new information regarding AI, new information regarding the digital space, as new information comes out, that information is created in courses and placed in the program. You have unlimited access to that forever. That's one of the great things that I love about it. For someone that went to college and got a degree, I have never received a phone call from, my registrar's office saying, hey, Z, remember that course you took back and so and such and such? We have updated and we want to invite you to come back and go ahead and take a look at it again. And you know what? We've updated with all the latest information over the past 10 years. And guess what? It's not going to cost you nothing. Just come on back and take it. Not going to happen. Never, not in this lifetime, not in the next. But that's why I love Legacy, because they are constantly upgrading, giving you new information, designing new courses, giving you, new things that you can look at, new ways of using social media, using new ways of implementing Claude and Chat GPT and Gemini into your work. It is phenomenal, the skills that you learn. It's like, for me, it's like being a kid in a candy store. I could just go in and I can see what's the latest news, and I try and go and I can incorporate it into whatever I'm doing, whether it's my posting, whether it's into my thumbnails, whatever. I'm learning new information. I'm learning new information for new digital products that I can create, which I'm working on right now. It is limitless. That's what it is. That's the word I'm looking for. Legacy Builders is limitless. And so I just want to, encourage you that if you are, a woman that's been, trying to figure out how to move forward, maybe you don't have enough saved for retirement, maybe you're recently divorced or widowed, whatever the case may be. Maybe you have kids, young or teenagers or whatever the case may be, and you just need more money. The economy is not getting any better. It's not. It's not getting better. It's not getting better for women. It's not getting better for children. It just isn't. Not right now. And so when I'm looking at, and I've done plenty of videos, please go to my playlist. I've done plenty of videos about layoffs, about mass firings, about, AI automation and how it's putting people out of work. Is it putting people out of work? Absolutely. But can you also learn it and use it to benefit your work and what you do in your business? Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what legacy builders can show you and teach you how to do. So with that, I'm just going to stop it here, but I really want you to take some time and think about what is holding you back. What are your own personal roadblocks that are presenting themselves as major obstacles that are keeping you from moving forward and investing in yourself? That's the bottom line. When you invest in this system, it is an investment in you. You are investing in whoever you are, your dreams, your desires, your knowledge, your experiences. You're investing in you. And you have to know that you bring a special type of, what's the French word? Joie de vivre. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You bring something special that nobody else has. Honey, nobody else is you but you. So celebrate your individuality. Celebrate who you are as a person and share the information, the knowledge, the experience that you have with others and build a business from it. That is the wave of digital marketing online right now. Every time you turn on YouTube and you're watching a video, that is someone's intellectual property. That's someone sharing, whether they're just sharing their day or they're sharing a course or they're sharing an experience, whatever the case may be, they're sharing something and you're watching it. So clearly it's something that you want to see. And what you need to understand is that they are generating revenue from that. And you can too. You can have financial freedom, right? With sharing the skills, experiences, and just knowledge that you have with others. People will watch it and you can get paid that way. You can create digital products and people will purchase them and you can get paid that way. You can talk about legacy builders and what a phenomenal system it is and how it can actually give you the financial freedom to live your best life and you can get paid that way. So don't fear it. Embrace it, face your fear, look it dead in the face, and then you walk right through it. You keep it pushing because there's nothing, absolutely nothing in life that you can't achieve if you give it consistency and you give it your attention every single day. Okay, that's all I have for you today. So I and Zeus are going to bid you a fond adieu for day 4. Remember, what are we thinking about today? We are thinking about the roadblocks, what's keeping you in fear, what's keeping you from moving forward. And once you identify those things, do it anyway. Okay, lovelies, I'm going to stop here. That's all I got. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you stuck around this long, I thank you so much. And again, check the first link in the description box below so that you can find out more information and see how financial freedom is a lot closer and maybe easier than you think. And I will talk to you tomorrow on day 5. Have a great one. Love you much. Bye.